how are you guys? I'm doing great. Yeah. Like you can see, we are in a bit of a very unusual setting. That is because I'm actually in my semester abroad right now. I'm in London. Beautiful. Yeah. With that aside, let's dive into my new series where I talk about a lot of art-related topics and discuss them with you. Yes, amazing. Today's topic is motivation, because we all are there at some point that we are just lacking motivation. And it's just not there. You might be trying to look for it, it's gone. And today, I'm talking about a few ways on how to find that motivation again. Before we can talk about this, there are first a few things we have to clarify. First of all, not having motivation isn't art block. There's a huge difference between not being motivated and having art block. When you're not motivated, you may have ideas on what to draw, but you just kind of don't want to. But if you are having art block, you want to draw, you really want to draw, but you just don't have any ideas. Therefore, it is different. Keep that in mind. Art block is a topic for another video. And the second thing to keep in mind is that there are several reasons for not feeling motivated. Therefore, you have to find out what the reason is for you to not feel motivated. And if you found that out, you can go further into the topic in trying to find out how to solve that problem. The reasons to not feel motivated we are talking about in this video are procrastination, discouragement, having no time, and exhaustion. Procrastination. Those sentences well, not today, maybe tomorrow. Today I really don't feel like drawing, but I'll probably do it tomorrow or later or whatever. You won't do it and you know it. But at the same time, it's fine if it's happening a few times. But if it's gradually evolving and just staying with you, and every time, every day you're saying, well, not today, that is a problem, which we kind of have to work on. What are the ways to solve that problem? It's actually really easy. It sounds really easy, and it is really easy, but, well, you just have to force yourself to draw. And I know, even though it sounds easy, it isn't easy to just force yourself to draw. But how can you, do that? Basically, one of the ways you can force yourself to draw is setting yourself a goal. For example, today I'm gonna draw this, or today I'm gonna draw that, or at least that today I'm gonna draw something. And then you're setting yourself a goal in that way. You could try out some challenges. For example, those 30-day challenges. You can just type them into Pinterest, and there are a lot of examples or just templates on the challenges, and you can just use that and draw these challenges every day for those 30 days, and maybe your problem's already solved. Something I also find really helpful is setting a time limit or a time slot rather set. It's saying, okay, I only have to draw for 30 minutes. That is the time I have to achieve. But I don't have to go over those 30 minutes. If you want to, if you found your motivation that drives you and lets you go forward, that is amazing, and you can go over those 30 minutes. But just set maybe yourself the goal to okay, I'm gonna sit down every day for 30 minutes and just draw something. Discouragement. Discouragement is something where you are just stuck. There's this really good graph, I guess, I saw somewhere. I'm not sure if I can find it. If I find it again, I'm gonna put it up here, but I'm just gonna describe it. It is a graph that shows the gap. But what is the gap? So on this graph there are two lines, and one of those lines is your skill and the other one is your taste in art. And at the beginning of your art journey, those lines are like still really close together. But as you develop, your taste line just gradually goes high, and it goes high way faster than your skill line. And at some point, they will meet again. But everything in between until they meet again is called the gap. And if you are finding yourself in the gap, this is when discouragement is really your problem. And what can you do to go about that? So basically, you have to analyze your art and analyze art by other people that you like. So first of all, start with looking at your drawings and try to find out what it is that you don't like. Is it a specific part that you don't like? Like, for example, I really don't like the way I draw hands. Or I really don't like the way of shading right now. And that is what you are gonna focus on then. Then it's just time for you to do some studies. Just don't really feel the pressure to do something really good. Just try to improve. And even if you don't see the improvement right away, it will be there. Just try to do studies. Just try to learn. And if you notice that the thing you are liking right now is just the entire thing, like you really don't like your art style, which can happen, then try to develop a new one. Try out as much as you want. Like, look at the drawings or paintings of the people that inspire you, that are on your taste line, the ones that are in your taste line, and just analyze what you really like about those, and then try to bring everything together and make it your art style. But it's also another topic to talk about that more in detail. But like I said, the most important thing in this stage right now is not to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to make anything really good. You do not have to be creative right now. The only thing you really have to do right now is trying to learn. Try to develop. Be like a Pokemon. Try to get to the next stage. No time. While procrastination is more about thinking you have no time, or pretending you have no time, having no time is actually about being too busy and having no time. And, well, that's fine. It is totally fine if you sometimes just don't have time and think it feels like too much. And for you, I would really advise you to stop pressuring yourself, because I can feel that you are. So really, there's no need for you to start something big that has to be finished or good or whatever. You don't have the time for that, and that is fine. And don't let anyone tell you something else. And in those times, your sketchbook is pretty much your best friend. Just have it with you everywhere you go. And if you find a few quiet minutes to draw, just doodle something. Just do anything you feel like doing with this sketchbook. And that's how you draw, even though you have no time. Like, if you think about it, there's 5 minutes a day you probably have, even though you're busy. They're enough to just have a little exercise, just to not get out of, the habit of drawing. So take the pressure away, okay? Exhaustion. And now to our final point of this video, which is exhaustion. Because sometimes it's just too much. Everything is just too much. And if you are at the exhaustion stage, you've probably just been too active for the past time. I don't know how long, but you've probably just been doing too much, like really, really hustling. And you really have to be kind of careful with that, you know? Because I know we like what we're doing. It is our hobby and it brings us joy. And we really like achieving things, but we have to be careful with that because it can lead to burnout, which is not good. So for you, the easy answer to get motivated again is just do nothing. While for everybody else on this list, it was basically the task to just do it. It was the task to basically just do anything. Just draw. At least you're doing something. For you, my friend. No. Your task right now is not doing that. You are just, sitting back, taking a book, reading, getting cozy, whatever. Do something else. You probably have another hobby. Why not focus on this for now and just refresh your brain? Set it a bit to a throwback, reset it. And yeah, for some of you, art is a job. And for those people, it's obviously not as easy to just take a rest and just not do art anymore. But maybe if it's possible for you, you could maybe take a few less commissions. If it's possible, obviously, because if you need to make the money, you need to make the money. But, like I said, so you gotta be careful of not getting a burnout or anything like that, because that may lead to you not being able to make that money again. Or something like that, if you get what I mean. So, I hope you really liked this video. It's still a bit raw, I guess, because it's just such a new format for me. But I hope you really like that format. If you did like it and if you stayed until now, maybe you can just comment other ideas about how to get motivated. If you have a few more techniques or ideas I did not mention. And when you have other ideas of what you want me to talk about in this art talk series, just drop that in the comments too. And besides of that, I don't know, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, if you want to see more from me, which would be great, getting to see each other again. I would love that. Well, yeah. Bye. And also, not just setting your goal in never mind, scratch that. Just focus on what you like. It's fucking me up so much right now. Thank you. And I don't have anything more to say. So I guess we're just seeing each other in the next video. Or an old video. Or not at all, even though I hope that's not the case.